For a very long time, our healthcare system has operated on a simple yet reactive model. You wait until you get sick, and then you go see your doctor. This approach made perfect sense in the 19th and 20th centuries, when doctors had limited ways to know if you were unwell without a physical visit or lab tests that took time and effort. But today, we're on the cusp of a profound shift, moving from sick care to true healthcare. Imagine a world where we don't just treat diseases after they strike, but actually prevent them, or even better, reverse the very process of aging that causes them. Dr. David Sinclair, a professor of genetics at Harvard Medical School, has been a leading voice in this transformation. He emphasizes that aging itself is not just a natural decline we must accept, but a medical condition that can be addressed. The key to this exciting new era is something called biotracking and monitoring. Dr. Sinclair often says, "You can't impact what you don't measure." This simple truth is at the heart of our ability to live longer, healthier lives. Think of it like this. Just as you wouldn't drive your car for years without regular oil changes or knowing when the engine needs service, why should we do that with our precious bodies? We need to understand what's going on under the hood of our own biology to make informed decisions. For too long, we've focused on our chronological age, how many times the Earth has gone around the sun. But what truly matters is your biological age, how old your body's cells and systems truly are. The remarkable news is that roughly 80% of your future health is within your control. It's modifiable, not just predetermined by your genes. This means we have immense power to influence our health journey, but only if we have the right information. Okay, I know what you're asking yourself. What's available now? Thanks to incredible advancements, we already have many tools at our disposal to gather this vital information. InsideTracker. Dr. David Sinclair has personally used InsideTracker for over a decade and chairs their scientific advisory board, attesting to its quality. This platform analyzes data from your blood and DNA to provide personalized nutrition and lifestyle recommendations. It makes getting your blood drawn easy, either at a clinic or, like Dr. Sinclair does, having a professional come to your home. InsideTracker presents this complex data in an easy-to-understand way, including an inner age test that Dr. Sinclair himself helped develop. This test shows your biological age compared to your chronological age and suggests steps to improve it. Continuous glucose monitors, CGMs. You might have seen people wearing small devices on their arms to monitor blood sugar levels. An app Dr. Sinclair advises syncs with these continuous glucose monitors. These were actually among the very first wearables that allowed people to test things at home. By tracking blood glucose constantly, you can see how different foods impact your body in real time, helping you make smarter dietary choices. Wearable devices. Beyond glucose monitors, there's a growing array of wearables. Dr. Sinclair wears a ring that measures sleep and heart rate, and a watch that tracks heart function, movement, and exercise. He also wears a small sticker-like device called a BioButton on his chest, which is an FDA-approved EKG that monitors his heart in many ways. These devices can provide constant data on body temperature, heart rate, sleep quality, UV exposure, and even blood oxygen levels. This level of constant monitoring can help predict sickness like pneumonia, the flu, or even a heart attack before it happens, allowing for earlier intervention. Other monitoring methods. While some involve sending samples to a lab, we're seeing innovations in monitoring gut health, like Viome, which analyzes stool samples, and even temporary tattoo biosensors, or sweat microfluidic biosensors that can detect hormones. In the future, we might see devices in our homes that analyze our samples directly. The future of biotracking promises even more sophisticated ways to understand our bodies. Biological aging clocks, DNA methylation clock. This is perhaps the most exciting frontier. Imagine knowing your body's true age, not just based on your birth certificate, but on the chemical changes happening to your DNA over time. These epigenetic clocks measure specific chemical marks on your DNA that accumulate predictably as we age, providing an incredibly accurate biological age. Sinclair himself helped develop a way to make this test much cheaper and more accessible, using a simple cheek swab instead of blood, with the goal of bringing the cost down dramatically. He envisions a future where everyone has a credit score for their body, a single number that reflects their overall health and aging rate, allowing for immediate feedback on lifestyle choices. There are also other clocks being developed, such as proteomic, immuno, and glycan age clocks. that measure different aspects of aging. Advanced diagnostics. Early cancer detection. New blood tests can detect tiny fragments of circulating DNA from tumors, allowing cancer to be caught years earlier before it even forms a noticeable lump. This could dramatically reduce cancer deaths by enabling early, more effective treatment. Infectious disease diagnosis. Technologies are emerging that can identify pathogens in the body by filtering out human DNA from a blood sample, helping diagnose infections even when doctors don't know what they're looking for. Exosomes. These are tiny, mail packages of information that cells send to each other. By analyzing exosomes in the blood, scientists can diagnose injuries or even identify cancer years in advance without invasive biopsies. Nanosensors and implants. Looking further into the future, Dr. Sinclair foresees a day where tiny, rechargeable biosensors might be implanted under the skin, monitoring hundreds of different biological parameters for months or even a lifetime. He personally believes everyone, at every age, should have one to help make better decisions about food and lifestyle. AI integration. All this data, terabytes of it from billions of people, needs to be processed. Artificial intelligence, AI, is crucial here. AI can analyze vast amounts of data, predict diseases, provide personalized recommendations, and assist doctors in making better, more informed decisions. This means doctors will have far more information at their fingertips than ever before, moving away from subjective, "how do you feel?" questions. So what does all this monitoring mean for our health and longevity? It means moving from guesswork to precision, leading to truly advanced therapies. Personalized health regimens. The data collected from biotracking devices will allow for highly tailored advice on diet, exercise, and supplements. Imagine your phone telling you exactly what foods to buy at the supermarket, which local restaurants have meals optimized for your health, or even suggesting a specific polypill containing the exact minerals, vitamins, and medicines you need, dispensed right in your home. David Sinclair uses InsideTracker for nutritional recommendations and levels to guide his food choices. This personalized approach will help us optimize our bodies for longevity, ensuring our biological clocks slow down or even tick backward. This is perhaps the most exciting and often mind-boggling area. Epigenetic reprogramming, gene therapy. Dr. Sinclair's lab has made groundbreaking discoveries in resetting the biological clock. Building on the work of Nobel laureate Shinya Yamanaka, his team found that activating a specific subset of 3 embryonic genes, OCT4, SOX2, and KLF4, in adult mice can turn back the age of tissues without causing tumors. The results have been stunning. They've cured blindness in old mice and seen brain rejuvenation, restoring learning ability. The hope is that within 5 to 10 years, we might see a pill or cream that can truly reset the age of the body. Human trials for glaucoma and stroke at the back of the eye are expected to begin soon, a direct translation of this research. Chemical cocktails. Separately, Dr. Greg Fahey and his colleagues have shown biological age reversal in humans using a combination of metformin, growth hormone, and DHEA. In a 12-month trial, participants' biological age was reduced by an average of 2.5 years. Dr. Sinclair has spoken with Dr. Fahey, who reports that these treatments can be repeated, potentially reversing age by 5 or even 10 years in the blood's biological age. While more research is needed to confirm whole-body effects, this is an incredibly promising area. Other promising molecules and therapies: NAD boosters, NMN, NR. Dr. David Sinclair personally takes NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide, daily. These molecules are designed to boost NAD levels in the body, which decline with age. NAD is crucial fuel for sirtuins, a class of longevity genes that Dr. Sinclair's lab has extensively studied. Human clinical trials are showing that NMN is safe and can raise NAD levels, potentially improving endurance and protecting organs. Resveratrol, this molecule, found in red wine and grapes, is another sirtuin activator that Dr. Sinclair personally takes. It's thought to mimic the benefits of fasting and exercise. Metformin. While primarily a diabetes drug, metformin activates another longevity pathway called AMPK and has shown promise in slowing the occurrence of other age-related diseases in studies involving tens of thousands of people. Dr. David Sinclair also takes metformin. Senolytics, fisetin, quercetin. These compounds target and eliminate senescent cells, often called zombie cells, which accumulate with age and cause inflammation and disease. Dr. Sinclair periodically takes fisetin and quercetin. Spermidine. This molecule promotes autophagy, cellular recycling, and helps stabilize the epigenome, showing promise for memory enhancement. Dr. Sinclair has added it to his regimen. Alpha-ketoglutarate. Recent studies suggest this chemical, naturally present in the body, may have a significant impact on biological age reversal. Dr. Sinclair is personally experimenting with it. Hyperbaric oxygen treatment, HBOT. In this therapy, you breathe oxygen in a high-pressure chamber. Research indicates it can lengthen telomeres, the protective caps on our chromosomes, like shoelace tips, and reduce senescent cells, potentially reversing aspects of aging. Dr. Sinclair has visited HBOT facilities and seen compelling data. Stem cell therapies. These involve using special cells that can develop into many different cell types. While direct injection isn't always effective, research is ongoing to rejuvenate existing stem cells in the body or grow new tissues and organs to replace old or failing ones. While the future is incredibly exciting, it's important to acknowledge some challenges. Privacy and data ownership. As we collect massive amounts of personal health data, questions arise about where it's stored, who owns it, and how it's protected from misuse. Dr. Sinclair stresses the importance of security, especially given how sensitive health information is. Accessibility and cost. Many advanced tests and therapies are currently expensive, limiting access to those with higher socioeconomic status. However, the goal is democratization, making these technologies affordable and available to everyone, with AI and cheaper monitoring devices playing a crucial role. The Wild West industry of supplements. The supplement industry is often poorly regulated, with many products not containing what they claim or being contaminated. This highlights the importance of relying on scientifically validated information and consulting your physician. Ethical implications. Extended lifespans bring up important societal questions, such as the impact on population density and resource allocation. There are also discussions about the responsible use of gene editing technologies and avoiding problematic applications. The journey we are on, driven by biotracking and advanced therapies, marks a turning point in human history. Dr. David Sinclair believes that the first person to live to 150 years has already been born, and with the accelerating pace of discovery, all bets are off for even longer, healthier lives. His ultimate vision, and the mission driving his work, is not just to extend life, but to ensure that those extended years are spent in a youthful, healthy, and happy state, free from the suffering of age-related diseases. We are moving towards a future where aging is increasingly a treatable condition, where you can make informed choices about your health, and where the human lifespan, and more importantly, health span, is dramatically extended. This is a future that we can all work towards, starting with understanding our own bodies better. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Brain Boost, where we break down insights from top scientists to help you make smarter, healthier choices for a stronger future.